The truth shall prevail, and we never shall fail, to correct every insult or lie. The Confederacy and Robert E. Lee will live in our hearts till we die. That's a poem that was written for me by my cousin Lana Ross. She wrote it in 20 minutes.
It's gorgeous, and you recite it so well.
Yeah, I'm Randolph. I'm the guy that's in the movie Fire Trail. I'm the rich man in the movie that's coming out this summer. It's called Fire Trail. And my wife, if you want to show me your pistol, look at her outfit. Isn't that pretty?
That's gorgeous.
That's from England. That's like 1843. That's a lot of fun. You get out here, it's like walking back in time.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of good history, and you get around good people, and you have a good time. It's like bonfires, and go around and meet people from all over the country. It's just like living in a different world.
That's a leaf. That's a leaf. I'm sorry you missed that.
My name is Andy Folks. I'm 48, and I used to be before I did this, I was a long time ago. I was a dental technician. I was a reenactor for 3 years, and I've been a sutler for 28 years.
Oh, okay, so this is all you do?
This is all I do right now. The best part, it has many best parts. There's 3 phases to Civil War reenacting. There's camping, there's shooting guns at people, and there's shopping. How did I get into this? So in 1978, I just had a Kentucky rifle, and I met some Civil War reenactors. They said, you can't use that, you have to have a military rifle. And I went to a reenactment. Reenactors are very friendly, and everybody will loan you a shirt and a coat and a pair of shoes, and you're in the battle immediately.
My name is Greg Deese. I'm from Greer, South Carolina. I'm 43 years old, and I'm a reserve soldier. There's 2 wings to the hobby. All right, there's one side is a mainstream side, and the other side is what we call the campaigner wing. And if you get on a website called Authentic Campaigner, you'll see what I'm talking about. But there's different degrees of the hobby of people who want to, how they work their impression. That's why it's called an impression. I do an impression right now of a Union artilleryman.
Right.
And you see I'm very plainly dressed. I don't have a lot of accoutrements on. I don't have a lot of flashy stuff. And there's guys who do a different impression. They might put more stuff on. But that's all up to what they want to do. You got guys who are mechanics, guys who are civilians, guys who do just only Union, and guys who do just Confederate. So there's different sects and sub-classes in the hobby. So you got to know who you got to get with, first of all. There's mainstream events which involve spectators, and then there's campaigner events, and there's also these tacticals where we just go out in the woods, there's nobody there, and we actually go back in time. There's no modern intrusions. We call it immersion events. In other words, we will go way out in the woods someplace, and we will stay in character, or what they call first person, all the weekend. It is accurate in a generic sense. It's not accurate in a, if we were going to do the Battle of Aiken, for real, we'd be in the city, there'd be Yankee cavalry coming in, a few Confederate infantry. It wouldn't be, by 1863, after the battles of Gettysburg, Fredericksburg, Sharpsburg, where they did that Napoleonic thing where they marched in mass because they had short-range muskets, and those muskets only worked in formations, the rifle comes along. The rifle cannon comes along. Now you start shooting guys 900 yards. In other words, by the time you got out of that wood line with an infield, I would have hit you. Okay, so warfare changes. All warfare changes. The war in Iraq's changed. The Vietnam War changed. The World War II changed. Tactics change, weapons change, people change. It's amazing. Never be ashamed of your history. I mean, if we start saying we're going to be ashamed of this history and that history, you know, American history has got episodes where we're not 100% proud of what happened. You know, you could go back to the Indian Wars, Vietnam, any of those episodes, and say, well, look at that there, and we're going to cast out all history. You can't do that. That's the same thing for Germany. You can't judge Germany from 5 years of World War II versus the 800 years you guys have got, you know, going back to, you know, the formation of the German republics.
My name is Emily Steele. I'm old enough to vote. I do seminars and things like that in the school systems on the war between the states. I'm very proud to be out here. It's rare to see women out reenacting. Some people you hear, they think that you're going to see a bunch of folks running around in white sheets, that everybody's going to be very derogatory toward blacks, that's not the case. We have black reenactors.
Right.
We have a whole unit that comes down and participates. We have the Buffalo Soldiers that reenact, and they come down. It's an all-black unit. So there's a lot of misconceptions about this. People think we're out here, being disrespectful and anything. I had a friend that works with my husband. He laughed and he said, "Oh, so y'all gonna go lynch some black folks this weekend, huh?" And he goes, "No, maybe you need to come see what we're doing."
Give me a sponge.
How about just a stick?
No, sponge.
You're not going to make them bend over to do that.
Not again.
Hey, we all had to do it.
I'm against. I vote against.
Get them on that uniform against us.
I am against. Yeah, we voting 2 against.
It gives me great pleasure to welcome you. That's too much.
Oh, Lord. I did your bed. I did too. I did. That's right. We did your
Welcome
bed.
to the battalion.
My name is Dickie Peoples. My son Jeremy, and my age is 42, and I'm a supervisor, painter. History is a very important part of our life, and we're really into the Confederacy. We've always really been into the Southern thing. The South didn't have a lot of what the Northerners had as far as wealth and all, so the Southerners pulled together, bound together. The families pulled together, help each other through hard times. It's just part, like I say, part of being from the South, to being helpful and looking out for your brothers and your neighbors.
I think they sneak them there every now and then.
It's miserable, man. It got cold last night. My foot went to sleep. And it took all morning to get thawed out. They make us march every day and drill all the time. I'm a bit unfit for duty. I'm the provost. Them boys formed up, the Confederate boys formed up down here on the street today, and they marched off. They out in the woods skirmishing right now, probing the lines see where Sherman's boys are trying to do their dash to the sea. Well, man, you know, Confederates like having 3 to 1.
Why do you think the Confederate cause is the right side?
Because today I'm plain Confederate. You can't look at things in whole from 150 years ago. Things were different. Cotton was the big crop, you know, and cotton was the big money source. And what is with all wars is to control and who's got the money. And bottom line, slavery was an issue also, you know. But they were counted as property. And of course then the federal government says, okay, you got to do things our way. And they got their backs up and said no, and it caused problems. My name is, I forgot what my name is. My name's John Nolan in real life. I live in Myrtle Beach. I get to search about my family, learn about my state, learn about my country, learn all types of military life and aspects of it, civilian life. Every one of these boys out here and their wives I call family, and that's the biggest thing. I tried to quit 1 year.
You couldn't do it?
I couldn't do it. Always something gets deep inside you, and if you put yourself in the place of those that were here before, and you're fighting the fight, and you can just, it's just life.